Good evening, everybody. Welcome to United Stand, 8 p.m. on a Thursday. What else have you got to do but listen to me talking about Ronaldo, De Jong, possible exits from United, and everything else that's going on? We've got shirt numbers that have been announced. That sounds a bit like United. Just about a week before the season, and we're nowhere near strong enough already. Let's just milk some signings that we knew happened 2 weeks ago and then announce the numbers and the squad numbers and split the interviews up just to kill a week of the transfer window before we head out to Oslo tomorrow. That's enough of that. How is everybody doing? Hope you're all well. Hope you're enjoying your week so far. In terms of United, what can we say? It was after Lord Mayor's show, really, to come back down to after finishing the tour in Australia, obviously heading back out to Oslo tomorrow. We're going to talk a bit about that actually as well in terms of who we're expecting to go and what we're expecting to see out there in Oslo. And obviously the game back with Vallecano. A lot of people have been asking what team do you reckon is going to be playing in that one? It's going to be interesting. That's what I will say. And I've said this, I think, on last night's show. I think we'll know who the first team is or who is going to be starting against Brighton, judging off who plays in these next two games over the next couple of days this weekend. But yeah, you've seen the title of the video there. We're talking Ronaldo. It's about time we actually got to the bottom of this in terms of how we are thinking about Ronaldo. I'm going to say something controversial, which isn't going to please a lot of United fans, but that's what I'm here for. I'm here for you guys to actually attack me and have a go at me and moan about something. You all clearly did last night because I look back at some of the comments and it does look like you just did not listen to the whole show. So try stay tuned for everything, listen to everything, and then you'll understand where I'm coming from rather than maybe picking on a headline and saying, what are you talking about, Adam? We were talking yesterday about Cristiano Ronaldo. I'm going to say right now, and we're talking here now, I think I'm going to bring up some quotes from Laurie Whitwell from The Athletic. He's been talking about Ronaldo's still adamant leaving Manchester United. He's made it quite clear that he wants to leave Manchester United. In terms of the actual quote, Cristiano Ronaldo has reiterated his desire to leave Manchester United, with Sporting exploring a possibility as a new club. Sporting, no, that's not going to happen, in my opinion. I don't think they can afford the package of Ronaldo. And is he going to be able to get the goals that he wants, that he needs to be, that he needs to have to beat Lionel Messi to all these records? Is that all it's about now with Ronaldo? That's the main question I'm putting to you guys tonight. Is it all about Ronaldo? Is he really interested in the team, or is it personal accolades? That's what we're looking at. That's what is there right now with Ronaldo. He knows he isn't going to win a trophy here at Manchester United right now. And to be fair to him, he said he wants to leave, doesn't want to play for Manchester United, made it quite clear. The expectations he had last season were completely failed. We got nowhere near where he thought we should be. With a team that finished second, adding the quality that we did last summer, we completely failed last season and it was diabolical. But Ronaldo himself, he's just looking at personal accolades now. That's what's being reported. That's what he's looking at. You can look into that as much as you want and say, yeah, that is what's happening. You may disagree with it. You may agree with it. But where's your stance with Ronaldo right now? You've got a player there that is a legend of the football club. And I was slaughtered yesterday for mentioning Ronaldo as the problem. I never said he was the problem. I said he is a problem. And he will be a problem for Erik ten Hag because all the preparation is done. It's already stated that he's 4 weeks behind in training and being match ready. We cannot, as Manchester United, with a new manager in charge, be going into a season resting everything on the fitness of one player. Yes, this is Cristiano Ronaldo. I know that. And I've said that many a times. And he isn't the problem. He is a problem and a big problem for Erik ten Hag. And everyone who said to me yesterday, there is no evidence about Anthony Martial disappearing when competition comes for his position, and he has always fought for his position. Absolute garbage to them people who said that. I'm sorry, I'm calling you all out. He has disappeared every single time. I don't know what football you're watching, but it ain't Manchester United with Martial in the team. I'm telling you that right now. He has disappeared every single time. I'm willing to back him and trust in his actual ability that he's got. But if that is going to happen with Martial, I don't think it will with Ronaldo in this team. So which way do you want to go? If you ask me right now, and this is where I said it's going to be controversial, and a lot of people are not going to agree with this right now, but Ronaldo, see you later. I'm sorry. If you don't want to play for Manchester United, there's the door. It's simple as that. Yeah, I know what he brings, and I know he would work under Ten Hag. I know we can still utilise Cristiano Ronaldo in the way Ten Hag plays. It may take a bit more time, like we said, with him being so far behind, but if he does not want to play, and he said he does not want to play, he's not turned up for pre-season training. He's been training alone. He's not trained with the team once yet. We are weeks into pre-season now, and he's not been anywhere near the team. What kind of message is that sending? It's not the right one when we need to be building a team. Cristiano Ronaldo, for me now, United need to work on trying to get him out of the door. That's where I am with it. He clearly stated and has clearly reiterated he does not want to be at Manchester United. He wants out. And we've said all along, United fans have said it all along. It doesn't matter who the player is, no one's bigger than the club. And if you don't want to wear that shirt, and you've publicly said you don't want to wear that shirt, then we've got a problem. We've got a big problem, because that is not what Ten Hag needs, and that is not what this fan base needs going into the season. If Ronaldo's got a problem with any particular player, then we have got an issue, because we need everyone singing from the same hymn sheet. If Ronaldo isn't willing to do that, then we have to work on looking to get him out of the football club. As sad and as sorry as that sounds, that's where I'm at with it right now. I know there's a lot of you are not going to agree with me, and I'll probably get slaughtered for it in the comments, but I'm not denying what he did last season either. But let's not forget, Ronaldo had this great season in our worst season ever as well. He is part of the team which failed. And it's hard to say that, because he did have an all right season, and he was the one that definitely stood out for us in terms of performance. But right now, he's saying he doesn't want to play for us. Why are we trying to keep him if he does not want to be here? That's what I'm saying. Super chat in from Ethan. It doesn't want to be. He doesn't want to be there. Let him leave. He doesn't want to be there. Let him leave. Sorry. At this point, all of this was avoidable. Yet here we are. Adam is the goal. Oh, well, there you go. That's super chat. That's the best super chat I've had in ages. So I'm going along with that. So it's not a bad start. I'm not being slaughtered too much for what I'm saying, but I'm looking at this as realistic as I possibly can, guys. I'm saying this not because I don't like Ronaldo. I want Ronaldo to stay, but the football club has to act like a football club. And if we are going to trust the manager, we need to trust in the system that he's putting in place. And we have to trust that he can get more out of the players that we've got here right now. And that is a big ask. I know it's a big ask. What else can I say? I mean, we're looking at players that completely failed last season and let this club down. So can Ten Hag turn them around? We've seen a bit of hope in pre-season, and like I said, it's cautious optimism. We're not getting overly carried away with all of this, but you have to look at it realistically. We've always said, if there's a player kicking up a stink, doesn't want to be at the club, has shown that he's not willing or doesn't want to play, then that is a man we can't have in our team right now. It's not. Everybody knows that he wants out, and the club are trying to keep him. Why? That's what I'm going to ask right now. Yeah, we didn't plan for Ronaldo leaving. It's come a little bit late. And from everyone we spoke to when we was on tour, journalist-wise, we did find out, and there wasn't anything in the pipeline that was... not so much in the pipeline. There wasn't any stories come out that United could have dealt with Ronaldo sooner than when the announcement came out that he wanted to leave. Everyone knew at the same time. So the club, in a way, are sort of snookered by that announcement and how late it was. But we've had time to go and look for another forward. Why are we wasting that time trying to keep Ronaldo when he clearly doesn't want to be here? Super chats in. Zane, how are you doing, Zane? Hope you're well, mate. Hope you're enjoying your pre-season as well, pal. You should have signed Jesus. No, we shouldn't. United don't blind City players. Stupid comment to start with. But let's carry on with your super chat. He's the signing of the summer. You must be terrified for the Emirates visit. No, mate, I'm really not. I don't rate Jesus at all, to be honest. I'm not really scared about Arsenal either. Doing some good work in pre-season, but that's about as good as it goes. You're going to be pretty similar positioned, in my opinion, to where he was last season. That's sad for me to say, because I can't see us getting much better ourselves, but we'll see. Zane, silly comment, mate, but thanks for your super chat, pal. His legendary status is done if he goes like this, says Wayne Nigan. Oof, that's a harsh one. I wouldn't say. I mean, there's legends and there's legends. Ronaldo is the GOAT, let's be honest. He is one of the greatest players to walk the planet and deserves all the accolades that he's got. but he clearly is right now looking after himself at the age of 38. And you can't blame him for that at all. You can't blame Ronaldo for wanting out. You can't blame him for wanting to finish his career on a high. He's not going to get that at United. He's not going to get Champions League while he's at United. His contract ends this season. He can go for another year. We know that's not going to happen. He wants to finish at the top level on a high. He wants to get as many goals as possible and secure that Champions League record. I mean, at this age, having won everything and give everything to every single club you have, can you begrudge him that sort of end to his career? I don't know. It's a tough one to call. And we look at it with red-tinted glasses on right now and going, oh, you should be dedicated to United. Well, everyone looking from the outside is probably saying, well, he's probably making the right decision. He's saying. Even Adam, I would agree with you, except for Ronaldo. If Ronaldo goes, we all know the Glazers won't replace him, so we'd be left with just Martial. This is the problem. This is why I thought the club needed to act sooner, and this is why I think, mate, that the club have dragged their heels with it. It's sad to say, but this is how the club are. They will be looking like, and what they will be thinking is that as long as we look like we want to keep Ronaldo, we're going to keep all the fans happy. That isn't true. It really isn't. Sesko, 30 to 50 million. Go get the deal done. Looks good yesterday. Looked good yesterday in pre-season. This is the problem. Are we just judging whoever's out there right now off a couple of games? What level has he played at? Is he going to be the right man to come in? Have we even scouted him? This is the thing. He's just popped on the scene now because he had a friendly and everyone knows. And everyone will look back and go, oh, I knew a little bit about him. I knew a little bit about what he was. He's had a good reputation. Well, we can't really be judging and buying players like that, in my opinion. We need to have already scouted these players. You've got to, and this is strong now, but you have to have trusted Manchester United scouting system to actually have someone in the pipeline. Yeah, I know that's a bit of a worry and a concern, to be honest, for United scouting system, but surely there would have been someone else. There would have been someone else, surely. TJ with a super chat. Cheers, mate. Is that stance with Ronaldo conjuring with your stance with De Jong? I trust Erik ten Hag, but the man himself says he wants him. His plans must factor Ronaldo. He's saying one thing, mate, and I understand what you're saying. This is what people were saying last night. I said last night that Erik ten Hag, I stated, I was there. I was in the press conference. I know what ten Hag said. He said he's planning with Ronaldo. But Ronaldo's come out and been even stronger now in these last few days, saying he does not want any part of Manchester United. He come to the training ground with his agent to try and sort a deal out for actually leaving Manchester United. So I'm asking the question to United fans and everyone here in the chat. Do you want a player in your team that does not want to be here? That's what I'm asking. I understand what Erik ten Hag said. And if you was offered Cristiano Ronaldo to work with, you're going to try and find a way to make that happen. But he keeps making stronger noises and stronger noises as the day goes on that he does not want to be part of Manchester United. And that's where I'm at. Well, it's time to go. You need to move on from Ronaldo. Let Ronaldo leave if he does not want to be at the football club. That's what I say. And guys, I understand you all and the shout for keeping him and why you want to keep him. Well, I'm just looking at it like this now and I'm going, he's already said he wants out. His agent's made it clear he wants to go. Can we really plan a season with a player like that? That's what I'm saying. And he's 4 weeks behind already. That says enough on its own for me. 4 weeks behind. We need to hit the ground running. He couldn't be. So you're saying if he's 4 weeks behind, we could be 6 or 7 games into the season with the way the fixtures are piling up because of the World Cup at the start of this season before we see Ronaldo. And that's supposed to be our number 9. That's not dedication for me. It's not. And I don't want that in my team. You can't say he didn't know what he was walking into last season. He signed the contract, so he should respect it. No other team will pay him 500 bags a week. No, I totally get that super chat, mate. I do. Ronaldo probably walked into this team, like I said at the start of the show. Second last season, we signed Varane, Sancho, and Ronaldo's come in. We should have been doing a lot better than what we did. And to be fair, it was an absolute disaster of a season. So you look at it and you go, yeah, he knew what he was walking into, but he didn't think it was going to be this bad. But then again, I don't think the team were able to adapt to Cristiano Ronaldo. And I think he's got a shock. I think he's got a massive shock of how bad Manchester United were. And now he's looking at it going, I really am going to finish this season. I'm going to finish my career with probably one of the worst seasons I've ever had. And that's what he's looking at right now. That's what Ronaldo's looking at. So I'm just going through the super chats here. Just bear with me, guys. So much for this. This one is for you, Sir Alex. Ronaldo is losing his legacy now. Another super chat there saying Ronaldo's legacy is disappearing with the way he's acting at the moment. Andy and Bruno with another super chat. Adam, this may be controversial, but do you think United's transfer business could be done and Ten Hag got to use what we have? Could well be that way, because we're looking at a situation right now where, and we said this last night as well, I don't want to repeat myself too much, but I don't want to bore Frankie de Jong again. But I was just listening to some snippets from Sky just before we came on, and I think it was Damashev who was saying that Manchester United are still confident with this deal that they've got with Barcelona that we can get Frankie de Jong. But there comes a time with this in how close it gets to the season. Do United want to be going into a season with the uncertainty of their midfield options being rested upon Frankie de Jong? The players that we've got in reserve are looking to hold in reserve in terms of if Frankie de Jong deal does not go through, they could be gone to other clubs. They don't want to be messing around. The season starts in a week, and these players hanging around just in case something happens are going to be like, I need to really kickstart. It's World Cup season. I need to be playing football as soon as the season starts. I'm not going to be hanging around for United to make a decision. And I will be known as second fiddle to Frankie de Jong, because that's what's going to happen. Any midfielder comes in, if we don't sign Frankie de Jong, is going to be seen as second and third choice. Where are they at? Are they comfortable with that? Are they just happy to be coming to United and getting a massive wage? Because there are better teams and better managers, dare I say it, because Ten Hag is unproven, than Manchester United right now. And they're all above us in the league last season, apart from Arsenal, obviously. But you got to think on the players' side of it as well. How long can United string these players along? It's not looking good, I'm going to be honest, because we could go into this season with no Ronaldo and no Frankie de Jong, and then 3 players who you can arguably say won't even go into the first team, having lost 4 or 5 first team players already, and that was our window. This, in fact, if it all doesn't go according to plan in terms of Ronaldo, Frankie de Jong, could be the single worst transfer window that Manchester United have ever had. Or could it? I ask the question to you guys. I mean, do we need to get rid of all the bad eggs, build up a style of play with what we've got so far and what we've brought in before we start buying these players for certain amounts of money? Is it better to actually get a style of play in place before we actually start spending loads of money, rather than trying to guess that these players are going to work in this system that Ten Hag's putting in, which is why I think he's gone with what he knows to start with. That's where I think he's at. I'm just going to run through these super chats now. He should buy his own contract and find a suitor, says John Buckley regarding Ronaldo. Suresh says, I want him to stay because we need a proper number 9. We're not linked to strikers. We need someone to score goals. Again, it's a player that doesn't want to be our number 9. That's the problem, mate. And will he perform to the same capabilities? That's what you've got to look at. If Ronnie wants out, he should buy his contract, says DJ again. Yes, I understand that. He's got enough money anyway to do it, but that's never going to happen in the modern day with a footballer, is it? Well, now Ronaldo is not going to be remembered as a United legend, more like a dirty, lying, backstabbing traitor, a bit like Pogba. I wouldn't go that far with Ronaldo, to be honest, but he's obviously winding a lot of United fans up right now with what's going through the chat. Oh, yeah, I'm not completely with that one. I don't think that Ronaldo is as bad as Paul Pogba. God, no, definitely not. He is a role model. He is a full-on professional. And like he said in the season, he was giving us the warning signs, Cristiano, early doors when he made that interview about the younger players at Manchester United. If you don't want to listen, then go out on the pitch and show me what you've got. and none of them did. And in the end, from that moment, from that interview, it did go and did start to spiral completely out of control. He won, and like I said before, he is completely shocked by what has happened to Manchester United. He's taken aback. I'm telling you now, he had no idea. He knew, yeah, there was a chance. He knew where he was, but let's not forget from the start when Ronaldo came in, we signed Varane, a player he knows well, world class. We signed Sancho, one of the best young prospects coming through. This is a team that finished second already last season. Ronaldo coming to that, he's expecting to challenge for a title. That's what Ronaldo's mindset was coming to United. He thought he was going to be challenging for a title and more honours for himself. That is where he was. Now we're looking at it. Look, now he's looking to try and beat Lionel Messi. He's looking for his own personal stats. He cannot get that at Manchester United because we're not in the Champions League. This would be his first season ever in the Europa League. And he's looking at it personally as to say, nah, it's not happening. I need to finish my career on a high. And sadly, he's not going to get it at Manchester United. I don't believe that sporting story is going to happen. If it did, I'd be surprised. I don't know how they could afford him or even think to afford him. But you got to look at it and you got to go, where else is he going to end up? He's going to have to take an insane pay cut to try and get anywhere. And I still can't believe, I mean, Tuchel's seen the issue with it straight away and said Chelsea not in for him. Like I said, I've spoken to, I remember James Ducker was the one I spoke to over in Australia off at Telegraph, and he said, look, these teams are running out. There's no one who can afford Cristiano. There's no one that can afford that package. And no one wants a player of that age to come in and disrupt their plans. Anyone of any stature who's building something does not need that player right now, especially the ones in England. And someone said before to me, well, look, you always need, even on rebuild, you can bring older players in. Look what Barcelona are doing with Lewandowski. Let's not even get into Barcelona cheating the system because that pretty much is what they are doing. I don't know how they are getting away with it, but they are. Ronaldo not being professional, let him go already. It says, Emil, next super chat up there. Darren Mulaney, cheers, mates. Is there any player we can swap with Ronaldo? Who wants Ronaldo? That's the thing. Who is going to swap? It's like people saying Ronaldo to Bayern Munich, and I'm like, Sadio Mane's Bayern Munich signing. That's where they're going. That's their next big player. They don't want Cristiano Ronaldo. Not a chance. Not a chance. He just got rid of Lewandowski and brought in Mane. So why would they want Ronaldo? And Chelsea, Tuchel's already KO'd that deal. So you got to look at it and you've got to go, he's running out of teams to even think about going to. This is the problem we've got right now. How Ten Hag fixes this and how he deals with it is just ridiculous. I'm just going to go through a few of the quotes. All of these are on the United Stand Twitter feed as well, guys. This one's from Laurie Whitwell in The Athletic. Ronaldo has been keeping fit at Portugal Lisbon's training base, but he is described being 4 weeks behind his teammates in terms of physical and tactical readiness under Ten Hag. So, guys, like I was saying now, and you want a bit more depth on that, Laurie Whitwell's link there. He's in the United Stand Twitter feed. Just click on that there and they get all the details on it. George Mendes is working to establish exit routes for Cristiano from Old Trafford. Talks have been held with Sporting Lisbon. That was from Laurie Whitwell as well. Again, that link is there in our Twitter feed, guys. If you want to know more on that and read up on exactly what is happening, then these are where you will need to go. Ten Hag has said the squad needs strengthening in attack, but a move for Antony is being ruled out at this stage due to Ajax placing €100 million asking price on his head. Let's move from Ronaldo into possible replacements then. Antony isn't a replacement. People slaughtered me again last night because I said we shouldn't be going for Antony. I do understand we are short on the ground on strikers or forwards, in fact, but I just thought we had enough in that department to handle it. We haven't got enough in midfield, and that money, if it is that much, like Laurie Whitwell said there from The Athletic, that Antony's going to be around the €100 million mark, then United aren't going to buy him. They are interested in him. They are looking at him, but again, you've got to look at this deal and go, right, okay, we were about to splash 72 million on De Jong. We're still hopeful that that's happening somehow. 70 million more. which is going to be about the equivalent, really, in pounds. For Anthony on the wing, can you see Manchester United? Because that would take us up to 200 million. Is it De Jong or is it Anthony? It's one or the other. To be honest, I would leave Anthony where he was and get a midfielder in. If we cannot get De Jong in, I would go out and get the midfielder that we need, or two midfielders for the price of De Jong. That's all I'm saying, because this club is not going to spend 200 million. I don't think it will. So where are we looking to spend our money? Surely it's got to be midfield. We cannot go through another transfer window and not buy a midfielder. It would be criminal of this football club to ignore the biggest issue that we've had over the last, 10 years? Not having a central midfielder that we can actually build a team around, that we can actually run the system through that Ten Hag is want to play, or any manager of that matter, over the years. It is an absolute disgrace if Manchester United do not buy a central midfielder this summer. Another super chat in from Rachel Brown. Cheers, mate. Remember what I said about Ronaldo? It's all about records for him. 30 million to 35 million should get us a replacement. We ain't going to get that for Ronaldo. We probably scrape about 10 million for him, mate, if I'm honest. I can't see anyone willing to fork out that amount of money for Ronaldo now. In terms of replacements, we talked about Anthony there. I mean, guys, where are you at with Anthony? A lot of people came back on the comment section yesterday after the video last night and said, we need Anthony. We need to have competition for places. I just don't think we spend 70 million on a player that isn't going to play when we've already got one there. This is it. I mean, people are saying let Rashford compete on the other sides, or let Rashford compete for his spot. Move Sancho over to that side. I'm all for that. I understand competition for places is good, but you look at it and you go, Erik Ten Hag has a big gap in his midfield. Why would you spend 70 million on someone who might not play week in, week out, when you can cure the biggest issue that we've had at this football club for so many years? Get the central midfield done. If you've got any money left, you have to go out and spend it in the centre midfield. The DM position has been ignored, and just make-weight players have been put there season after season after season. I've said this on the show before. I hate utility players. I heard Ricky talking before about bringing Martinez into midfield. No! He plays at centre-back, and his best football is at centre-back. United should not be using make-weight players to fill positions just because they may have played a few games there before. You know what? I want a master of all trades. Sorry, I don't want a master of all trades. Sorry, I've said it all wrong. Jesus God. Don't want a jack of all trades. I want a master of one. That's what the saying is. I want someone who plays in centre midfield, who's played there, is a master of that position, and is the best that we can get in that position. That's what United should be going for. And they're obviously throwing their eggs in Frenkie de Jong's basket. If it goes wrong, it's insanely embarrassing for this football club that Barcelona, again, have had our pants down well and truly for another midfielder, like they did with Cesc Fabregas when David Moyes took over. We don't do well with Barcelona in business. They are cheating the system as it is, in my eyes, bringing in all the players that they are and still literally just stringing along players like Frenkie de Jong. Louis Finney says, let Ronaldo go. We need players who want to be here. Who to replace him with, though? Really can't think of anyone to come in. Can't just have Martial, surely. I mean, totally with that, mate. You've hit the nail on the head. That is the worry. And I think this is why people are looking to maybe keep Ronaldo, because they can't see anyone else coming in. They can't see anyone who is going to replace Ronaldo or give us anything near the goals that we need. Can Martial score the same amount of goals as Cristiano Ronaldo did last season? Yes, he can. He's done it before. With Ten Hag and manager fully behind him, do I expect Martial to play better? Yes, I do. So we have a striker there in Martial. We have two players either side of him that are linking up well at the moment, which we know can perform in Sancho and Rashford. And we've got a good nucleus there. Problem we've got is if Martial gets injured, bang, we've got a problem. Do we then have to move Ronaldo in? Maybe put Elanga on the wing? So do we have to move Rashford in, Then maybe play Elanga on the left? This is it. Some people last night had completely given up on Anthony Elanga. saying we just can't cope, we can't rely on him. He isn't that good. He's going to have a great season, I think, this season, Alanga. And it's not really fair on him because it was his first last season, but his second season syndrome is the big one for players in this Premier League, especially. So let's see how Alanga copes, because at the moment he's not in the first team. Rashford has replaced him on pre-season. I fully expect Ten Hag to go with Rashford over Alanga into the new season. Alanga's going to have to fight his way back. Some people will say that's not fair, but the new manager's in. He's judged it off pre-season, and we go with it. We have to trust the manager. Emily Derry, while I would love Antony, we should buy Tillemans or Benassi or someone like that instead of, or both tempted to leave De Jong. Or typos were as bad as mine there, Emily, but I do get what you were saying there. I mean, you've got to look at it and you go, De Jong doesn't happen. Who's there? Who's there to replace him? There's a few midfielders there, and we do need to act very quickly. It's criminal how we're actually at this stage just a week before the season, and we still haven't sorted the midfield out. It's ridiculous for this football club, and we're all hoping that Manchester United can pull off the De Jong deal. But honestly, the way that's going, I do think now that isn't going to happen. I don't. I'm starting to worry. I'm starting to really worry about Man United's midfield. Already we've seen Scott McTominay pull up, and that's Scott McTominay pull up with injury on pre-season. We are one injury away from having zero options. It's crazy. I know Donny's back, and he is going to have to play a part in all of this. He really is. He's going to have to up his game. A few more super chats because they're all flying in. United fans judging the most professional player in the history on the basis of professionalism. Every player wants to win trophies, and he does too. That's not about judging it. I mean, you can only comment on what you see. And he said he wants to leave Manchester United. So, in terms of the club and how it benefits us, I think we have to look at it that way and say, do you want a player who wants to leave the football club? He doesn't want to play for us. Will you get the best performance out of a man who doesn't want to be there? Is what I'm saying. I don't think you will. And to be fair, though, half of Ronaldo is better than a lot of what Man United players were last season. So I can still see the argument. The Ronaldo deal was done quick last season. Can you see us doing that with Ronaldo replacement? That was a unique deal last season. I think United transfer window last summer looked good on paper, but when you break the deals down, you go, Jadon Sancho should have been the year before. Rafael Varane was leaving. And in his last year at Real Madrid, and was an easy buy to make. And Cristiano Ronaldo basically fell into our lap. So really, did we do any work as a football club last summer in the way we recruited players? I don't think we did. Like I said, just read it out to you again. Last summer was seen as a good transfer window. Most would say 7, 8-ish out of 10. We didn't get the midfielder that we wanted. No, but Sancho, great young prospects. Ronaldo, the greatest of all time. And a centre-back in Rafael Varane, who brings an absolute quality we've not seen at centre-back for years. But like I just said, Rafael Varane was a chance signing because he was in his last year at Madrid. Sancho should have been done the year before. And Ronaldo was just sent. It was like a toy from a party cracker. Just bang, fell into our lap, luckily. That's what it was. There was nothing planned in that at all last summer, I don't think, for this football club in the way we did our business. This summer's been a little bit different. We've sort of bought players that the manager wants, I think, which you can look at as a good thing. But still, can you trust Manchester United to actually replace Cristiano Ronaldo? I think that's the biggest question from this whole show. Have Manchester United got it in them to replace Ronaldo this quickly with us being so close to the start of the season? Rachel Brown with no super chats. We too nice of a club. It makes me sick. What we should do is put high price on Ronaldo's head, like other teams would do. And if nobody comes, make him stay. It always bossing us United now. I see where you're coming from, mate. I mean, can you put a price tag on a 38-year-old's head like that? I know what Ronaldo is, but I don't see him going. He's so tough. to decide on what's going to happen with this one, because the more you talk about it, the more I say I don't want Ronaldo there. In the back of my head, it's telling me he's going to be there because there's no one going to be able to take him. Mendes is going to have to be pulling miracles out of his hat to get Ronaldo out of Manchester United. I'll make my stance clear again. Hopefully, Ronaldo proves me wrong this year, but I don't see Ronaldo. I don't want Ronaldo in this club if he doesn't want to play for Manchester United. That's what I'm saying. I don't want him here, but I understand the complexity of this deal and how awkward this is. He is a powerful man. His agent is one of the best. He pulled off miracles last season to get Ronaldo here, like I said. But where does he go? Where does Ronaldo go? I don't know anyone who could tell me a team where he goes right now. And this is the problem with it. The back of my mind, I'm saying the right thing for the club to do is move on without Ronaldo because he doesn't want to be there. But he's going to be there, isn't he? And now Ten Hag, and now he's going to be judged on this. And it's not fair that he's going to be judged on this because it's a mess. And the club have left him in a mess. We haven't managed to get his players in pre-season and given him enough time to integrate them, for one. We haven't got the targets that he wanted yet in terms of Frankie de Jong as his first target. This was like being talked about in April, May. And we're in August now after this weekend. The pre-season is over. The season starts next week and United have got McFred. Still, let that sink in. This is how bad this football club is being run. We have gone out last season, performed to the worst we've ever performed in the Premier League history. The table does not lie. The goals we scored, the goals we conceded, worst it's ever been. Points tally, worst it's ever been. And that midfield of Fred and McTominay is all we have. That is it. We've got Donny coming back, who we're hoping can hit the heights that he did under Ten Hag, but that's hope. And it's not an investment. It's not help. It's not help. So for me, you look at it and I say, at the moment, and I said this last night, 3 out of 10 transfer window for Manchester United. 3 players in, yeah, good in what they do, but questionably could even be squad players. We don't know what's going to happen with Martinez yet. I do believe that he will come in, but everywhere else on this pitch, I think we're still lacking. We really are. If we're about to lose Ronaldo, I mean, look at what we lost this season. I mean, yeah, you could say the players that we did let go on free transfers weren't really contributing too much. There wasn't. But still, squad depth is needed. And yes, some of the young players are good, but it's too much to throw on them for one season. We just have not got enough going into this season. We haven't. And I trust in Ten Hag to make this work. I really do. I trust that Ten Hag will get this team playing better football. Hopefully, it's enough to encourage us going into seasons coming past this one that we have a system in place that we know we can go out. The problem we've got right now is we don't know which players to go out and buy that fit this system. Ten Hag is buying, and this is a big complaint about from a lot of United fans around Ten Hag. Why do we keep going to Holland? Why are we going to the Eredivisie? Why is he buying Ajax players that he knows? Because he knows them players work in that system is why. And when we get a style of play, which every United fan at the start of this window said we wanted more than anything, when we get a style of play, then we will know exactly which players that hopefully we've got a structure for by the end of this season. They need to go out and find for Erik Ten Hag. We know how he wants to play. The club should be building a structure around Ten Hag's system now and going out and finding the players that fit that system and giving Ten Hag options straight away. Like City do, like Liverpool do. Manchester United's deals only take so long because everyone knows about them from the start of the transfer window. We haven't done the groundwork within the season. Look what City did with Haaland. Look what Liverpool did with their players. They already had the deals and the negotiations done while the season was still playing. So it looks like when the transfer window does open, them deals are done quickly, when really they're not. They're just as complex as United's deals, but they're more organised. They have a structure. They know what they're doing. So I would not be surprised if this is it for Manchester United in terms of players. I do believe we need another 3. I'm not going to lie. I think we need 3 more players, but would it surprise me if this is it? Not one bit. It really wouldn't. It's hard. It's hard to take, but Yeah, that's just how I see it at the moment. I could not tell you if Frankie's going to happen. I could not tell you if we're definitely going to have Ronaldo in the team. Are we going to bring in another forward? Could not tell you. It is completely up in the air at the moment. This football club is putting a lot of trust and a lot of pressure on Erik ten Hag's head. He has got a mammoth task ahead of him. The football will be better. I do believe the football will be better, but we've got to drop our expectations if this is all that the club is going to give him. That's what I would say. Guys, that pretty much sums up tonight's Manchester United news. There's not much going on. It's not looking great. It's looking pretty grim. But still, pre-season is still going on. We're seeing better football in pre-season. We've still got to try and keep our heads above water and try and stay a little bit positive, which I am going to do. I've been seeing Ten Hag in action and how he works with the players in the training ground, and what we've seen on the pitch so far, it is looking good. It isn't enough to take us to top four. No, it's not. It's not. But we need to trust in Ten Hag, and hopefully the club will give him a bit more as well. Super chat right on the def there from Darren. I think we should trust the new young players like we did in '93. We won trophies with them. Problem being, it wasn't '93, mate. It wasn't '93. They came through in '96 after United had already won 2 Premier League titles and 2 FA Cups, and we were a winning team. But right now, can we trust the young players to come through when everything is such a mess? That's the problem. It's not fair on them to put the pressure on them. When young players are coming through into a well-run team that is doing well, it's a lot easier. And you can say, yeah, we've done it before. It's a totally different era, and Manchester United are a totally different animal right now. We're not as good as what we was. And for young players to come through and hit the ground running, it's difficult because the team that's there at the moment are not running very well. So that's where it's tough, guys. But that is it for tonight. Cheers for watching, everybody. Do give the video a like. Subscribe to the United Stand as always. Next time you see me, we'll be in Oslo, or the journey on to Oslo. Stay tuned to United Stand's Twitter feed and on Instagram for updates on what's going on the tour. We'll bring you all the best content that we possibly can again there, guys. But for now, that is it. Have a great weekend, people. Enjoy the football. Hopefully, I'll see a few of you in Oslo or even at